Working, working, working. All right, so this week I released a track called Desert Party, another single, same theme as the last three. I've got two left with this kind of spacey, chiller beats with like organic elements. They're older. They're older than stuff that I make today, obviously. They have a different sound compared to a lot of stuff I'm making these days. But this is the session, Desert Party, behind the boards, under the hood. So I'm gonna walk you guys through it. Ooh, such a different vibe from what we were just working on. And it looks like I'm missing some plugins, but oh, it's the mallets again, man. It's from my old computer. Um, I think this was a template from Handle on It. Like very similar instruments. Yeah, so it just kicks off with a really basic house beat. UK G house. It's got nice swing on it. You see how I'll nudge the notes on the like these backbeats, snare fills. And one thing that you don't want to be random about this. If you're programming drums, it helps to put other elements on the same swing, because then it's more convincing, and you can get pretty off the grid if other elements are hitting with it, because it kind of tricks your ear, and you're like, oh, the band means to do this. Like, I guess this isn't the perfect example of that, because this is the break beat I went off of. Oh, it's a good example though, because you swing the break beat with these snares. Yeah, because these snares aren't in there. I added that later. Kind of makes it all one. Kick's massive. I wasn't even using drum buses on this thing. You can kind of tell. I don't. This mix is rough to my ears now. Like, I heard it in some other speakers the other day, and I was like, oh, I can do better than that. But it's still a good song. And I think I was doing some chord exercises in A minor. I could be wrong. And I just was arpeggiating real simple stuff. I think it's 1 5 6 4 thing. 1756. I thought it was catchy, man. I like this. Really simple, but fun. Cause like I had been through this, like learning how to make beats for years around people who just do complicated stuff all the time, and it's like, oh, make this 808 huge and glitch everything and have all these crazy rhythms and polyrhythms and drops, and I kind of got away from just putting notes together, and that's really what I was trying to do with these simpler tracks, is just get in touch with music I like and keeping it simple and not thinking about it so hard. But yeah, these two lines are sort of dancing together, and then the mallet comes in next, or a harp. I guess let's. I'm gonna put a placeholder. These always sound good. It was definitely brighter than that, though. It was like that, but less reverb. Yeah, I got a new computer and I haven't set up that particular contact instrument. That's hilarious. That's not it. It's the remix. Yeah, so we brought in the harp and the bells, and they're pretty bright. Yeah, they're from hybrid keys from Native Instruments, and I was really into those at the time. They're bright, and then yeah, this must have been a template, because these are the same instruments that are in Handle on It, and I don't use templates often. I was really busy at the time, but there's that same. Yeah, this is from Handle on It. That is Handle on It sampled, but obviously I didn't put it in there. So this is a template. I must have been like in between tracks, and I was like, I got an idea. I want to crank this out. It's funny. I normally don't do that. I got a side chained bass, a real simple one, probably Sine Edge. Yeah. Side chain pretty hard. I was really into this gate setting. Uh, so what you do, you take a simple vocal chop or whatever you want, and then you want to turn up the reverb feedback all the way and mess with the delay. Yeah, I turned the decay up all the way, and then I automated the mix dry wet knob. So you get that huge tail. Turn that down a bit because I think it was clipping the plug-in, and then this gate thing just. And I EQ'd that for a little extra sauce, and then I got a utility tool to turn it off when I want it to come off. Now I have an 808 doing that bass line. I dropped everything but the vocals and the 808 drums. I changed something up in the drums too. I added this percussion loop. And like I said, it's swinging with the rest of it, so it works. It's just like Foley weird stuff from a UKG pack on Splice. Some of it's these like this dude almost 10 years ago gave me this pack of like all the classic drum machines recorded, and I still use that thing, man. Ryan, that was that guy's name. I couldn't even make beats back then. I sucked. But you never know. Don't throw out sounds. They might grow on you. Just that little drop, and then just kind of goes back into it. Really simple track. One thing I did to get this break to sit sort of back behind the drums, I programmed in front of it. If you listen, that kick is nothing, but then I put that fat kick on top of it, hi-hat on top, a nice clap, that backbeat snare. How I got that break to sit back there is just a little EQ and a little room reverb, because without it you have this. It's really not like, I don't even, hearing that on its face, I don't know if I would use that break, but already I'm just cutting off the top and the bottom pretty aggressively, nothing too crazy, and then putting this is a setting. I don't know if you guys know, in Ableton you can create a send right on the track using effects chains or even instrument racks. You just, how do you do it? Let's duplicate that. So when you put an effect in a group, you can click this icon, the bottom one. I don't know what it's called. And you have a track here, and you can just boop, add a parallel processing thing. Now, FabFilter's only affecting this one, and you got a whole parallel track right here. So you could put whatever processing you want. And I find it's pretty useful sometimes In this instance, I call this easy snare verb. It's one of my go-to things. It helps. I usually will put it on a snare, but for whatever reason, it's a room sound. It's just too dry without it. It sounds too perfect. That's kind of sounds like it's in a hallway or a dark studio that's kind of open. But more importantly, it puts it in the back. And notice I don't have that on my kick drum or my snare or this other stuff, because I want those to sit up front. And even my clap, I shout out Mike Dean. This was on his stream. Just boosting the clap with this thing, you know. Bring the gain down a little bit, but I find you can get a lot of bite. Usually I'll turn this shelf up, turn the sheen on, and get some interesting drum tones with it. But that helps the snare, or the clap, excuse me. What am I doing? This clap sit on top of the break. And now it sounds like, yeah, these drums are supposed to be together. You can get really far with just EQing. It's not a lot of compression on this track. I was not compressing stuff. It was sound selection. Well, there might be a glue compressor on the mix out. And I guess I have a CLA 3A on the music bus. That's probably why it's not one of my favorite mixes, but that's the only compression I really have. I guess I have a little bit here on the heart, but that's a big sound. It kind of makes sense. It's really bright. The original one. Yeah, so that mix is really simple. You can get far with EQ, reverb. Don't think about it too much, man. Once you get some, like this setting, a parallel bus that I can send stuff to beef it up, and a solid mix out that you're comfortable with, you can get pretty far, man. My master, I was boosting gain. I think I was short on time. Like I said, this is not one of my favorite mixes, but it's interesting to see because it got pretty far. Boosting the gain just so I could hit God Particle where I want to. And it's hitting right, man. I would just make it a little brighter and clearer. Dipping out 315. Just 0.5 decibels. A little bit of glue. Just a little bit. I've stopped using this thing. I don't really need it now. Let's see. It does. It might just be placebo, but I feel like it's helping that bass. It's like taking it, making it stand up. And then Ableton glue compressor. I'm using it as a clipper. That's all it's doing. I didn't touch anything else on it. Yeah, I definitely I could definitely get this one louder. With a little bit of time. But what's interesting is when I listen to this type of music, these playlists, these songs are not that loud. And I think it's the organic elements. Um, they want to preserve dynamics or whatever. I don't really believe in that. I feel like people just don't know how to mix when they say that. I was like, uh, hot take, because modern music is pretty squashed. All of it. Yeah, so that's Desert Party by Jawn Doe. I got a new track coming out this week, another stream coming out this week, and I haven't got there yet, but these sounds will be on my Patreon. The sessions will be. I got to get my Discord set up, and I hope you guys got something out of this. If you tuned in, um, I'll see you guys next week.